What's up, everybody? Welcome to my DK guide. I hope you enjoy and learn something. For red gems, we're going to be using a bold primordial ruby. For orange, we're going to be using the skillful vermilion onyx. And for purple gems, we are going to be using the tense imperial amethyst. For enchants, we're going to be prioritizing strength. I'm going to list all of these out in the description below for you guys, so you guys can see them much easier. I do prefer 200 stamina on Cloak. I might be trading that in for 160 critical strike. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we will see. For a meta, you're going to be using the Reverberating Primal Diamond for the increased critical strike effect and strength. Alright, let's dive into our talent tree. For our first tier, we have two main choices: Unholy Blight, which will surround the Death Knight with a vile swarm of unholy insects for 10 seconds. It will infect all enemies around you within 10 yards with Blood Plague and Frost Fever. This is great for Frost DK because it puts your dots up on everyone, so no matter who you swap to, you will always have that extra damage coming out. Rolling Blood is more for Unholy. Unholy will use this with their Blood Boil, which turns their blood runes into death runes, and then it also will spread dots around to everyone via Pestilence. Plague Leech is not really much of a good choice in this situation, so I would not go with it. Next up, in our tier 2, we are going to be taking Lichborn over Anti-Magic Zone and over Purgatory. Lichborn gets you out of fears. It also allows you to heal yourself by turning you undead so you can Mortal Coil. Anti-Magic Zone is PvE, and Purgatory is not very worth. For tier 3, we're going to be taking Asphyxiate and or Chillbanes. Chillbanes is great in RPGs and in Arena. And so is Asphyxiate. Asphyxiate is a stun. If you do not take Asphyxiate, you still get the silence. Chillbanes roots the target for 3 seconds. So either or are both great choices. For the 4th tier, I like to take Conversion and or Rune Pack. Or Death Pact, my bad. Death Pact is a burst heal, Conversion is a heal over time. Both of them are good against certain classes, and I would not even look into Death Siphon. It is completely pointless. For the next tier, these all three have their place. Blood Tap is if you're going to be Unholy. Unholy is great with Blood Tap. It does help out a lot. Other than that, Runic Empowerment and Runic Corruption, those are both smart cast. You don't have to do anything with them. Runic Empowerment gives you fully depleted runes, where Runic Corruption gives you 100% haste towards your runic regeneration. So your runes will come up quicker. And then for the last tier, you have Gorfiend's Grasp, which is used for RPGs. You can use this to combo players with a Ring of Frost, Solar Beam, Vortex, really all your good AoE. It will drag everyone to that target that you use it on. Remorseless Winter is also good in RPG. It's not as good as Gorfiend's, but it's still okay. It freezes everyone around you after 5 ticks. It's also good for arenas and duels. Desecrated Ground is probably your go-to for 2s and 3s. It is basically another PvP trinket, and while ever you are on the Desecrated Ground, you cannot be CC'd and you cannot lose control of your person. So now let's talk about glyphs. One of the main glyphs that you are going to want is Glyph of Regenerative Magic. It will basically lower the cooldown of your AMS if it expires while still having a shield. And it can be reduced up to 50% of the cooldown. So you will actually be able to use it quite often if it is not fully taken out. You are going to want Glyph of Shifting Presences. This is mandatory. You will be jumping from presence to presence, from blood to either frost or unholy. Make sure you're in blood if you're taking damage. Make sure you're in either frost or unholy when you're dealing damage. The next one is going to be Glyph of Icy Touch. When using this, you will dispel one harmful magical effect from your target. As Unholy, Glyph of Icy Touch is used quite frequently, so it will also add a dispel to that, and as Frost you get free Icy Touches, so you might as well use them and get a dispel from them. Up next, we're going to be talking about macros. The first macro I'm going to show you today is a Focus Strangulate macro. It will cast Strangulate on your focus target if it exists. If your focus target does not exist, it will use it on your current target. The next macro that I'm going to be showing you is a Mortal Coil Heal. What this does is it uses Lichborn, and then when you press it again, it'll use Mortal Coil on yourself to heal you. If your Lichborn is already up and you keep casting it, it will continue to Mortal Coil. Up next, we have Dark Sim, and this is a Focus Dark Sim. Same thing as Strangulate. If your focus exists, it will use it on that target if you have the correct amount of runic power. This is very helpful if you want to get like Warlock Sphere or a Mage's Ice Block. You can actually predict a Mage's Ice Block very easily and get it for yourself. Right here we have a Focus Chains of Ice macro. This is very crucial for a DK. This will allow you to peel for your DPS and your healers. With Chillbanes, it will root the target for 3 seconds, and it also gives you a lot of chase potential. Up next, we have a Burst macro. Very simple, Pillar of Frost, Trinket. If you have Synapse Springs, anything like that, this will be in your Burst macro. This is your one-shot Swifty macro. I'm sure everyone has one of these. And the last one that I'm going to show you today is a Blood Boil Blood Tap. I use this strictly as Unholy in RBGs. If I am going into a big team fight, I will use this to spread my dots and also regenerate my runes with Blood Tap. I'm going to go through a commentary of a couple arenas. Here I am with Harmony, a warrior also in the guild known as Toasty. So I start off by trying to lock down the Shaman. I get my Chains of Ice, but I'm not running Chillbanes. I get stunned up by the DK as they both go on to Harmony. So first thing I want to do is get my dots rolling on the target who I'm going for, which is the Enhanced Shaman. I pull him in, get my dots on him. I use my burst to try and drop him while he's using Ascendance. I get off a couple obliterates after I am fully depleted of runes. I think I've used 2 obliterates, and then I use Runic and Power Weapon. I then follow that up with more obliterates and my freeze onto the targets for CC on the DK primarily. The enhance starts to run, so I have grip up, and I get a good crit off on him. This DK is actually ahead of me in HP by quite a bit, and he is an Unholy, so he does have necrotics over me. I stun him up. I don't really have anything to follow up with that though. I'm in Blood Presence. I believe he is in Blood as well. We both have conversion up. This is the determining factor of this game, is the fact that he continues to try and kite me when I'm going all in. He has to stay on top of me, but he continues to run. This is not smart, going up against someone else who does also have conversion, for I am keeping my runic power up. His is depleting quicker than mine is, so I will be getting more heals. I actually reach 100%. I go to Frost Presence, and I start chasing. In a matter of no time, I take him out with a couple good crits. Once I get my death grips back, I'm just waiting, trying to save up some runes so I can do this. I have enough runic power, I don't need to worry about conversion, so I just dump all my runic power into him to get the kill. Alright, so in this game we are up against a Frost Mage and a Shadow Priest. Both of them are roughly fully geared. I believe, yes, I blew my AMS right here because I see the water alley, so I assume he was going to Frost Nova. He did not, so I completely whiffed my AMS. From here, I'm actually at a disadvantage. I see Toasty opening up on a Shadow Priest. The Shadow Priest instantly goes invisible, and I swap over to the mage. He blinks, and I instantly grip. I force his trinket with asphyxiate, and I know that he has no outs. I don't trinket that because I was getting attacked. I grab Dark Sim on him. He's not going to use any spells, so I don't get anything in return. Another whiff by me. I get feared by Psyfiend. I see the priest disperse, so he has no more outs. Harmony did really good on taking him out. I turn on to the mage. The mage is going to pop Alter Time. It is too late though, as I had a couple big crits on him. I pulled the priest in. Harmony is dead, but I know I can do this. Priest has no disperse. I still have Icebound Fortitude and a lot of damage. Just want to thank you guys for watching. I put a lot of work into this video, and I hope it helped you guys as much as it even helped myself. Alright, take it easy, guys.